Are you a new comedian looking for some quick tips? Welcome to another episode of Kidder's Quick Tips for comedians. If you're a new comedian looking for some new information on how to write, how to get up on stage, how to whatever, this is the place. We're here today with Willie Macc. You've seen this guy on national commercials. He's had hit shows. He's been on BET, HGTV. He's been all over the place. He's wonderful, and he's going to share some of his insight. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like and share this video, and let's get started. If Willie Macc today can go back to Willie Macc at the beginning of comedy, what strategy would you give him?
Man, so I remember when Brent Morin, Rick Glassman, Santino, Ari Shaffir, and who else was in this little crew real quick?
Adam Ray.
Adam Ray, and Josh Adam Myers. I could go on with this list. We was doing open mics, and I remember them like, hey, we're going to the Comedy Store. You want to roll? And I used to be like, oh, we get in time? It's like, no, we just hang out up at the Comedy Store. I'm like, who the fuck just hangs out at the Comedy Store?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, and I never did it. I went home and practiced editing because I was like, I'd rather try to make some real money than just to sit up here and go to the Comedy Store. But I learned they was up there networking. They was doing what I'm saying that I do now. They would sit there and they'll be in front of the faces and just hang out. They built that camaraderie. And at that time, when Mitzi was alive and all that other stuff, she started taking a liking on these folks. This was before the Comedy Store was the Comedy Store. The Comedy Store didn't really start being super big until like 2008, about 2010 is when it blew back up. Before at this time, the open mics, like the potluck only had like 50 people, if that went to them. Now it's like 200 people at these potlucks at the Comedy Store that's just waiting to be one of the 16 that goes up. Yep. And I wish I networked more. I was on my high horse because I had a hit TV show, even though it was on BET. I in my head, I was the shit, and I was just gonna keep blowing up. And it did not. I blew down, and so it never came into fruition. And I also wish I would have told my younger self, relax, have fun, enjoy the journey, because I was just focused on, all right, in 1 year I'm gonna be the man. I mean, that's like, no, that's not what's gonna happen. I read The Alchemist, and The Alchemist is just talking about just the journey. Just understand that this is what it is. Don't try to question it. A lot of sucky stuff is going to happen. But if you're passionate about it, if you just keep going, this will happen. I was told there's a few type of people that will eventually succeed in this industry. You have the people who are very talented, the Dave Chappelles and all these other people who we consider the guys, whatever. Then you have the people who are lucky. There's a lot of lucky ones. Like, oh, I've been doing stand-up a year, and this person happened to be in the audience, and now my life has changed. It's like a year.
Yeah.
Sitting here grinding. Oh, I mean, somebody's super lucky, and then there's the people that won't go away. For some reason, some of these comics just did not go away, and they just stayed around, and they started getting shows, and they started doing stuff just based on they're almost the homies at this point. Like, there's this comic named Boom Shakalaka at the Comedy Store. I don't know if you know Boom. He's homeless actually, but everybody knows him. He doesn't go away from he sits in front of the Comedy Store all day, so he knows, and he tries to sell you items that he's found. And I actually bought some stuff from Boom. Like, I bought some little shirts that he found. He's like, hey, wait. Hey, what you think? I got this right here. What you think? Come on, what you think? This is a shirt. And I'm like, all right, Boom, how much? He's like, just give me $1. I'm like, fuck, Boom, why you just ask for $1? Nobody wants to. Anyways, but Boom is known by everybody at the Comedy Store, no matter. And sometimes they throw him bones just to come up like, hey, Boom, come on and say, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then I'm like, how did Boom he's not funny. He's not talented. He's not lucky. He's just persistent. He won't go away. And if you won't go away, you will succeed eventually. And success is a strong word. I'm not gonna sit there and say you'll be Dave Chappelle eventually, but you'll have your own version of success, whether it's just being a staff writer. Like I know a lot of comics who just hung out with some of these guys from the bottom, then go away, always wrote for them, was better writers than they were performers. You'll find out maybe I'm not a stand-up comic, maybe I am a writer. I like writing. Maybe I'm not a stand-up comic. Hey, and let me direct you all's projects. Let me edit you all's project. So now you're editing or you're directing. And that's how a lot of comics found out that they're really directors, because they won't go away and they found their niche and it worked out for them eventually. Yeah, I have two cars. I bought a '92 Camaro. It's one of but my everyday car is a Prius. It's like just the way that you step on the gas is different. It's like I can't drive my Prius the same way I drive my Camaro and vice versa. So you do have to have those same those different type of energies and different type of interactions and the way that you go about doing it. And but yeah, it's here to stay.
So is virtual comedy the Camaro or the Prius?
Virtual comedy is definitely the Prius. It's a lot quieter. It's not as fun. Ain't nothing like the Camaro, man.
And I guess people all around save money anyway, right?
Yes, and people all around save money. Virtual comedy is good for the environment.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. If you have found value in this video, let me know in the comment section below. What else do you want to hear? Who do you want me to interview? Let's see who else we can get on our Kidders Quick Tips. Thank you for checking this out. Again, subscribe, like, share, all that jazz. We will see you in the next episode. Peace.